Hey guys, John here with RealTruck.com. Today I want to show you how to install the BakFlipVP tonneau cover onto this 2014 Chevy Silverado. Now, something really cool about the BakFlipVP tonneau cover is if you take a look over here, you can see we've opened up the box, and I want you guys to take a look at how well this tonneau cover is packed in here. So you know when you get this product from Bak, that it's going to come to you undamaged and ready to go on your truck. Okay guys, as you can see here, we've got everything laid out, all the parts and stuff that come with our BakFlipVP tonneau cover. But I want to talk to you about some of the really cool things about this tonneau cover. As you can see here, the construction is a nice, durable, heavy grade aluminum construction, which means that you're not going to have to worry about rust and corrosion, nothing that's going to end up getting on or in your truck bed from this tonneau cover. Also, one of the really neat things is if you take a look at this, you can see on here that it's got like, kind of looks like a little bit like a leather, this vinyl that covers it. Plus, when you open this, keeping in mind that this is a trifold, unlike most trifolds, when it's open, there's no seams. Now you can see it kind of, I don't have it folded all the way open, so you can kind of see the areas. But if you open this all the way up, and once it's on the truck a little while, and some of this has time to lay out and flatten out and look really nice, you'll never even see a seam on this. Nobody will even realize that this is a trifold tonneau cover. So there you have it. That's the nice features about it, the great sealing capability of this thing, plus the awesome rail, and the fact that you can actually flip this thing up and has rods that attach to hold it up. So as you can see here, all the parts that comes with this to get this on the truck, you have your cover assembly. You also have your cab bumpers, which are these, and I'll explain what these are for as we get on to the installation part. And also you have your bulkhead seal, which is this part right here, and this will go up and across the top of your bulkhead up by the back window by the cab. And you have your rails, which are these for your right and left side, of course, and your clear drain hose. Another really neat feature of this tonneau cover is that, like, unlike other tonneaus where you get water and stuff down inside these rails and it just lays there, maybe if you're in a cold weather climate, rains a little bit, freezes, then you got ice built up in there. Well, with this BakFlipVP, it's designed so this will that water and stuff will drain out through this hose, out of the bed, out of the rails, keeps your tonneau in nice, good shape. And also we have our clamps that come with it to hold the rails on. We have some rubber washers, some flat washers, lock washers. You also have your elevator bolts that hold this down. I'll show you how to use those, and also your star nuts to attach to go on the other ends of these, and your prop rods for the right and left side. So there you go. It's everything that comes with this kit. As you can see, not a lot of pieces, not real hard to install, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Once we've got all of our supplies into the back of our truck, one of the things to keep in mind is that in order to install this properly, the tailgate has to be up and closed. So we've got that done. We've got everything in here we need to attach our side rails. So we're going to put those on. And it's just a matter of simply setting them up on top here and getting them in place. One of the easiest ways to know which way the rail goes, which one goes on which side, is that this piece right here, it's a flat piece with the aluminum with this big slotted section goes towards the back. And then you have this part here that has this knob and pin on it. This is going to go facing outwards. So as long as you have that and you have this setting up on top of the bed rail, then you know that you've got it the right way. So we're going to go ahead and start installing our clamps. The first thing we need to do is loosen these up. There's a couple things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you want to put your clamp as close to the end here as you can. Check the outside edge. Make sure it's making a good seal across the top of the bed rail. If not, then you may need to get some help to have somebody press down on it while you tighten up your clamp, get your clamp in place. This one's sealed up really nicely, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and snug this one down. Keep these clamps straight up and down. This section across here, across the top where the teeth are, that actually fit onto the rail to hold it. If it's turned to the side, then you're not getting those in place right and you're not getting a full bite on the rail. Got our side rails on. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to place our bulkhead seal on here. Now I'm just going to double check this for length, pull it out as we go. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach our drain tubes, because it'll be a lot easier to attach those now. And what we're going to have to do on this is just pull this bed liner loose a little bit here. And you can see right down in behind our bed liner is a body plug. What we need to do is take that body plug out of there. Okay, once we have our body plug out of there, then what we're going to do is slide our tube down inside here, and then we'll attach it to the end of the bed rail right there like so. And then we'll put our bed liner back up here. Once your rails are on, your tubes are in, you go ahead and put your tonneau up on the truck. Now you want to leave it unfolded enough that this section is out here in the open, and make sure that it fits down in here and that everything lines up with your seal. And then you can see these holes right here. What we're going to do then is we're going to take these elevators and we're going to put these in here, and these will go through and into the slotted piece in the bottom, and they've got a rubber seal on those, so that way they seal down, so that way nothing leaks around them or anything like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath. We're going to put on our rubber washer, our flat washer, and our locking washer along with our thumb screw on the bottom side of this to attach this on. Once we get the elevator bolt from the top, and we want to put our rubber washer on here, then our big metal flat washer, our lock washer, and then our thumb screw. Okay guys, once you get this started, you want to just have it started and leave it so that it's somewhat loose. I can feel the head of the bolt starting to come through inside there now. That's as far as you want to go with this, because you want to be able to move this tonneau back and forth to get it adjusted where it needs to go. Once we've got it attached, we've got our thumb screws attached from the bottom, what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and roll this out. Make sure that everything lines up. You can see there it locked in, so that's telling me already that we're in good shape that way, side to side. And we'll go ahead and roll this end out. Latches down nice, looks good. One of the things to keep in mind, guys, whenever you're working with your tonneau cover here, make sure that you never close the tailgate with this section down, because what will happen is you'll damage the rubber seal and the end of your tonneau cover, and possibly even the other end when it jams it. So make sure that anytime you close the tailgate, this section is open. And as you can see here, looks great, sealing beautifully. You can see some of these wrinkled sections in here from where it was rolled up in shipping. You can wait as long as this gets some heat on it, those will come out. Or if you're really in a hurry and it's just bugging you that it's like that, you can bust out a hair dryer or a heat gun, a little heat on this, and these will flatten right out. So what we're going to do now then, since everything's looking good here, lined up nice, we're going to go ahead, open this all back up, tighten up those thumb screws so that this is in place. Okay guys, we got this side tightened down. Go over and do the other side, and then you're probably wondering at this point, what the heck are these for? Get the other side tightened down. I'm going to show you exactly what those are for. Cab stops we were talking about earlier, I'm going to show you what those are for. If you look right here, you can see that when the cover's up, it's leaning up against the cab, up against your light, so we don't want any of that stuff getting broken or damaged. So what we have is we have these bump stops that are going to go on here. Okay, there we go. We got our cab bump stops all mounted on here. So now you can see it keeps it away from the light. You know, bang up against the back of the cab. It's not going to create any damage. What you're going to do is you're going to clip these rods onto these balls. All you do is just give it a little push in there. And the neat thing is it has a little hanger for them right here, so you can keep them clipped in there out of the way. Pull those out of here and move that up here. And then you take this and you adjust this down over the top of that. Tighten this up. And then what that's going to do is that's going to keep this cover tight up against the cab so that it doesn't move and come flopping back down. One of the really neat things about this tonneau cover, guys, if you haven't already noticed, and compared to a lot of other trifold tonneau covers, is that, as you can tell here from where we've been opening and closing this as we've been installing it, each section has a latch on it. Generally your trifolds have a latch in the front, latch in the back. This one, on the other hand, every time you make a fold, it locks down in each spot as you go along with your final one at the back. Now, remember what I told you earlier, you don't ever want to close this piece with the tailgate down because you could damage it. So we're going to close up our tailgate, and then we'll close up our tonneau cover. Now I notice you guys have seen me flipping this up out of here. As you use this will get a little bit more supple so that it'll actually lay up on top of there and pop out like it's supposed to. Right now, it's a little bit chilly here in the shop. This stuff's all a little cold. It's been rolled up for a while, so it's going to take it a little bit to get all adjusted to laying out nice and smooth. Also, same with the creases I told you about earlier. Same thing with those. So, anyway, there you have it, guys. That's how quick, simple, and easy it is to install this BakFlip VP tonneau cover onto your truck. So, until next time, happy motoring.